Today, let's break down how Apple plans to crush Samsung in the camera game with a surprising new upgrade, how Tesla pulled ahead in autonomy, and why Samsung might diss the S Pen. Let's get into it. You might not believe it, but Apple's next iPhone 17 Pro might just have the best camera of 2025. Yeah, even better than Samsung. And no, I'm not drunk, just informed. A very bold tipster claims to have seen an iPhone 17 Pro commercial, and apparently, Apple's been hiding some spicy camera upgrades we haven't seen in leaks. Let's break it down. First up, a new telephoto lens with up to 8 times optical zoom. That's not digital zoom, no AI trickery. That's pure lens power. More than the iPhone 16 Pro, and maybe even better than Samsung's Space Zoom. Or maybe not better, but you get the idea. Oh, and the lens, it moves. Meaning you can zoom in and out smoothly, like real optical zoom at multiple focal lengths. Think less janky pitch to zoom and more buttery smooth focus pull. Then, this part made me raise an eyebrow. Apple might be cooking up an all-new Pro Camera app, not just for photos, but for video too. Think Holiday, Kyono, Filming Pro, but made by Apple. Will it be exclusive to the iPhone 17 Pro? Honestly, yes. You know how Apple likes to make you feel like your old phone is ancient? And finally, a new camera control button on the top edge of the phone. Because the bottom right button on the iPhone 16 wasn't lonely enough. Apple wants to make you feel like you're holding a DSLR, or at least an Instagram. Now, before we all go outside selling our kidneys for an upgrade, these are still rumors. As Macron's highlights what Bloomberg's Mark Gurman hinted at Apple flexing video capabilities hard this year. So yeah, nothing is confirmed, but even if half of it is true, then Apple might just take the camera crown in 2025. Meanwhile, Samsung might be letting go of something iconic. The S Pen. Yes, the one thing that made you feel like tech Harry Potter. The S25 Ultra still includes the S Pen, but it loses due to functionality because Samsung wanted to make it lighter. Okay, fair. But the Z Fold 7, no S Pen at all. Samsung says it might return in the future, but come on, we all know what that means. Tech code for ghosting it slowly. Samsung's justification, they say less than 1% of users actually use remote commands like photo snapping with the S Pen. But removing the S Pen isn't just about the features. It's like removing the soul of the Note lineup. Remember that? So, what do you think? Is Samsung making the right call, or are they removing something that made their phones feel extra? The UK tried to stop gamers but were hit with an Uno reverse card, and gamers beat the system using a video game. Under the UK's new online safety rules, platforms like Discord and Reddit now happily verify users' ages, often through face scanning technology. Sounds secure, right? Well, gamers figured out that they could bypass these checks using Death Stranding's photo mode. They pointed the camera at Sam Bridges, a character in the game, and boom, verification complete. On platforms that rely purely on face scan, this works disturbingly well. No VPN, no credit card, no awkward selfie taking. Now, it doesn't work on every platform. Services like Blue Sky use Yotta's AI age estimation, which is a bit smarter. But the fact that it worked at all is kind of funny. It just shows how vulnerable current facial recognition systems are, especially when put against like ultra-realistic video game graphics, which is an ultra-specific way of comparing it. The women's dating app was hacked, and ironically, even women's data couldn't be kept safe. The breach leaked over 72,000 images. The data reportedly came from 2 years ago, meaning new users may not be affected. Now, in this segment, I like to go what's happening in China. Unfortunately for this day, I can't magically change outfit. Or can I? There was a World Artificial Intelligence Conference in Shanghai, China. The Panda proposed a World AI Cooperation Organization to promote openness and share the governance standard. This came after the US's AI Action Plan, which aims to reduce regulation and maintain AI dominance. And during the convention, Chinese tech firms unveiled 2 major industry alliances, though not as formidable as the previous 5, but one alliance will unite the local LLM and AI chip makers like Huawei, Byron, Enflame, and Morkwood. Their goal to link their entire tech chain, from chips to models to infrastructure. Basically rebuild their entire AI stack without Nvidia because of US sanctions. The other alliance is focused on integrating AI into industrial transformation. And during this convention, Huawei didn't want to waste its chance to show how far its AI chips have come against Nvidia. The company showcases AI server which uses 384 Huawei AI chips, beating an Nvidia GB200 AI rack with 72 GPUs. Someone should have told them that this basically shows us how good Nvidia GPUs are. Finally, a Chinese media outlet ran a massive EV test, and the results could put a smile on Elon Musk's face. The test featured 36 different driver assistance systems to simulate real driving conditions. Chaos, pedestrian, and predictability. The result? 216 crashes were recorded during the test. But that's what was shocking. Because it's Tesla's FSD performing the best with the least incidents. This test reminded me that no matter how good your code is, reality always punches harder. And last year for this week's China Check-It. Trump hates human work, not unless it's an underage girl's work. At a recent AI summit in Washington, Trump rejected the idea that AI companies should pay for copyrighted content that they use to train AI models. His argument, AI learns like humans. You don't pay to read a book. So AI can now binge entire libraries, write spin-offs, and profit from other people's work. He's basically defending AI companies for stealing from humans and then selling it back to us in a slightly different wrapper. This is my problem. These weak AI laws that turned human creativity into free labor for billion-dollar algorithms. And just when you thought no one could make it worse, enter dope. No, not the meme coin, the Department of Government Efficiency. They're now using a legally questionable AI tool to scan 200,000 US regulations, and the plan to axe nearly half of those regulations by Trump's next inauguration or anniversary. Because nothing screams a responsible government like cutting laws using ChatGPT and Vibes. They claim to save trillions, attract billions in investment, and streamline government efficiency. But at what cost? Into the gaming side of things, Mortal Kombat Legacy might have just leaked its launch date. I know there's not a finishing moment for Xbox secrecy team, but it's close. For a brief moment, Xbox's storefront listed September 29th to 30th, 2025 for Legacy Collection, depending on your region. But just as fast as it appeared, it disappeared, replaced by a classic placeholder date of December 31st. Translation, well, some entered click publish way too early. So what is this Legacy Collection anyway? It's not a new game, but a nostalgia-powered time capsule containing rare concept art, older games, archival footage, and exclusive interviews with the original dev legends. Basically, a love letter to Mortal Kombat Die Hard. The real kicker here? Fans now expect a formal reveal at EVO Las Vegas on August 1st, one of the biggest stages for fighting game announcements. Makes sense, what a better place to spill the blood. I mean, beans. So, will you be picking up the Legacy Collection or not? But that's not the only thing Xbox accidentally spilled this week. Turns out, Microsoft might be prepping for 2 secret cross-platform games, and we only know because an Xbox producer updated their resume. According to that resume, these games are planned for 2026 and could launch on PlayStation 5 and the Switch too. That's right, they might be sharing its lunch with the entire schoolyard. Now, we don't know which games will release on these 2 platforms, but one thing's clear, Xbox exclusivity is becoming less exclusive over time. Alright, that's it for today's tech news. I love you, I hope you got updated, and I'll see you in the next one.